What's up, everyone, and welcome back. Welcome if you're new to the channel. My name is Matt, and this channel I review brand new cars. And today I'm at Hyundai of St. Augustine with this brand new 2026 Hyundai Sonata. I have a brand new trim for you. This is the SEL Sport line, and today I'm going to take in a complete tour of it. We're going to check it out, exterior, interior, of course, technology, and take it for a test drive at the end of this video. So if you enjoy watching content like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you like anything about this video, give me a thumbs up. Now let's get back to this. It's hard to believe that Hyundai Sonata has been in production since 1985, came to the United States in 1989, and this is the 8th generation of it. Although I would say this is the 9th generation, but for some reason Hyundai claims that this is the same generation as 2019, even though they just redesigned in 2024, giving us this look. Now, this is 2026 SEL Sport, which is a brand new trim level. We have a total of 6 trim levels, 3 hybrids, 3 non-hybrids, 3 different engine choices. We're going to talk all about it, but let's start with the exterior of this particular one. Definitely unmistakable, definitely a good looking. I like this setup right here in the front, a lot better than the previous generation one. So we have the LED lights and the turn signals, and we have this light strip. As you can see, it glows across the entire width of the vehicle. Now the regular headlamps unit are right down at the bottom, and they're projector LED headlamps even on this fairly low trim level. Now check this out. We also have this amber kind of the positioning lights, and we have the air curtains on the side, giving it the kind of that more sporty look. We also have the satin chrome trim and some shiny black right in front at the bottom of that front bumper. Now let's pop the hood open. Let's see what powers it up. The base Sonata gets a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine, 191 horsepower, 181 pound-feet of torque, made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. The SEL Sport is the only trim level that's available either as a front-wheel drive, such as this one, or an 8-track all-wheel drive. There is also a hybrid version, which I'm going to review separately. It's got about 192 horsepower, a lot better gas mileage, and also a powerful 260 horsepower Sonata N-Line with the 2.5-liter turbocharged engine. We're going to do all of them in a separate video, so let's take a look and see what's going on underneath the hood. 2 hood struts, some sound insulation. Definitely we'll check out the ride quality and quietness of the cabin at the end of this video. But of course, before we start driving, let's take a look at a side profile here. So this is a midsize sedan, which unfortunately there aren't many left. So 193.3 is the total length of this vehicle. 111.8 is the wheelbase. Looking pretty good, about 56 inches tall, 5.3 inches of ground clearance. This particular one, dressed in this white pearl color, looking really good. What's the name of this color right here? Let's take a look. So we have the Serenity white 2026 Sonata SEL Sport front-wheel drive, 25 in the city, 36 on the expressway. That's what we get as far as the gas mileage. Total MSRP for this particular vehicle, $31,335. We're going to touch more on the pricing in a little bit, and let's take a look and see what else we have. 18-inch wheels. Let me know what you think about this design. Definitely a different looking one. I'm still kind of growing into it, I guess. So all-wheel disc brakes. We have this side trim. And then at the bottom, we have the shiny black trim piece, making this vehicle look a little bit sportier. Mirrors in the same color as the rest of the vehicle. Bottom of it are shiny black. Blind spot assist. We have this satin chrome around the windows and the proximity entry system on the front door. So as long as the key is somewhere on you, you're going to be able to lock or unlock this vehicle with pressing this button. Speaking about the key, the new remote, Hyundai remote, kind of this egg-shaped looking one. We have the lock, unlock, hold to start the car, hold for the panic, and hold to open up this rear trunk. which we're going to do in just a little bit. But overall, a good looking shape of this vehicle. We have this shark fin antenna, third brake light that's built into it. And we also have this kind of a built-in trunk lid spoiler in black and this diffuser right on top. Now, of course, the lights are all LEDs. Let me blink them for you. And we have this light strip again right there that shines throughout the entire width of this vehicle. Let me turn it on for you. And boom, here it is, looking pretty cool. I like how it glows across the entire width of the vehicle. Now we have the Hyundai logo kind of hidden behind this plastic over here, Sonata, that's spelled out. Now the reverse lights are right here. The third signals, these are right here on the side. Let me blink them for you. Let's see if that works. Maybe not really. Okay, well, let's see what else is going on. We have the rear view camera up on top and scrolling down. No visible exhaust. We have this pretty cool trim pieces on both sides, diffuser style middle portion of this bumper. And let's push this button because we have tons of space in this trunk. 15.6 cubic feet of trunk space, which is probably the largest in its class. And we have a whole bunch of different accessories that come with it. This one has the trunk mat, different like containers. And these are containers that you can basically kind of Velcro to the side of it. So here, you know, once you have it here, they're not moving around anywhere. Now, of course, we have the spare tire underneath. Yep, there's a spare tire underneath this floorboard. And if you need to extend the cargo space, a 60-40 split on the seats. The way you open it up is pull on one of those levers. Now, of course, pull it down to close the trunk. Now, it doesn't have this emergency release that most of the other manufacturers have. Yeah, not sure why not. All right, well, let's check it out, see what's going on the interior. Okay, so me being 6 feet tall, I usually have a little bit of a trouble getting in and fitting behind the driver's seat. Now, this is a midsize sedan. I gotta admit, there's plenty of room. Once you get over this bump over here and get inside the vehicle, I have plenty of headroom, shoulder room, and knee room. As you can see, this front seat is adjusted to my regular driving position, so no shortage of room here. Let's check out the rest of this interior. It's starting with this rear door panel. Check this out, guys. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it, but yes, this is soft plastic materials. So thank you, Hyundai, for not forgetting about the rear passengers. Some of the Honda and Toyotas, they have hard plastic in the back door, soft plastic in the front door. We also have this trim piece and polished aluminum and another lighter gray soft material for the armrest, more storage at the bottom and the speaker. Now, moving inside the cabin in the rear passenger compartment, cloth seats. We have a nice pattern right here. They look durable. They feel okay. I mean, they're on the firmer side. In the middle, we have this foldable armrest with the cup holders and also a pass-through if you need to just carry something longer in the trunk. See, I unlocked the seats, so now we have them unlocked here. You can open them all up, lock it, and then what else we have? On the passenger seat only, we have an additional seat back pocket storage, 2 USB Type-C ports right in the middle console, no vents, which I think a miss on Hyundai's part, and a little bump right in the middle there. Now, up on top, we have the handles as well as some illumination, and let's take a look and see what's going on in the front. And then, of course, we're going to start with the sound of the closing door, and that's nice and solid. No complaints here. Here's what's going on the front door panel. So we have an additional speaker up on top, a tweeter, also the same setup as in the back. Of course, we have the same trim, but we have the window mirror lock controls and more storage. As you can see, you can put some junk in here as well. Now, as far as the seats, we have the power adjustment on the driver's seat with the lumbar support. Nothing crazy in the pedal box, and although I think it would be cool if they did like the aluminum pedals for that sporty trim. We have the tilt and telescoping steering wheel, of course, the ability to open this trunk from the inside, pull to engage the parking brake, turn off the traction control, or this is for your dimmer. Let me get inside. I'll show you the rest of this interior. This, of course, we're going to start checking out the sound of the closing door from the inside. Boom. Nice and solid. Also, the vehicle becomes really quiet. We'll touch on the quietness of the cabin in just a little bit, but let's take a look. This is the interior of this 2026 Hyundai Sonata. I like the dashboard, soft touch material. We have this kind of imitation of this texture metal trim, and the vents nicely connected to each other. A large screen, 12.3 inches in the middle. And then here's the steering wheel. So the steering wheel, we have leather wrapping, we have some stitching on the interior of it. We have 4 dots in here, which 4 dots is H in the Morse code, which is of course stands for Hyundai, H as in Hyundai, right? So we have several buttons on the side here. So this controls the menu, what's going on in this 4.3-inch display in the middle of the screen. We have the lane keep assist, cruise control, adaptive cruise control. On the other side, we have 2 customizable buttons, as well as the voice pickup, phone button, volume and mute button. And here's something that Hyundai started putting in pretty much all of their new vehicles. This is their drive-by-wire shifter, and it's mounted on the steering column, essentially. So as you can see through this window right here, you can see where we at as far as the gears. And all you do to switch it to drive, you twist it forward to drive, twist it backwards to go in reverse, and push the button on the side to engage the park mode. Okay, so let's go on in the digital instrument cluster. So this is the non-fully digital instrument cluster, as I would say. Now, of course, it's all fully digital display because there's no analog gauges or anything like this, but the only thing that you can change is the small screen right in the middle. So we have 429-mile range. We're in park mode, and then we can see what else is going on right here in the middle. So go to this menu pages. So you can see current trip, then the lane keep assist, and the tire pressure system, and that's basically it. Then we can scroll down to the different trips, etc. Then, of course, at the bottom, we have the temperature, 68 degrees. That's why we have this dew on the vehicle this morning. It's filled up with gas, you know, and then we have the speedometer on the left-hand side, tachometer on the right-hand side. Now, I can also change the gauges cluster setup right here. And let me go to this cluster and see what we have. Cluster theme selection, style A, style B, and style C. As you can see, the only thing that changes is the background of it. Now, if you go for the top of the line trims, like the N line, it's going to have this fully digital instrument cluster, which is going to give you a whole lot more features. Now, let's see if this one has my favorite feature. It does not. The top of the line one will have this blind spot monitor, video blind spot monitor. So this being fairly base trim, it doesn't have any of these cool features in here, but it does have plenty of cool features in the infotainment system. So 12.3-inch display, and we have this newest Hyundai system. So let's see what we have. As far as the radio, we have the FM, AM, and Sirius. And there you go. So what happens when you don't control it? But Sirius XM, AM, and FM. Of course, you can stream through your phone as well. So go back to your main screen. Phone projection. You can, and what it did, it disconnected my phone because I was paired with Hyundai before. Anyway, as far as the phone projection, we have the Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, both wired or wireless, your choice, valet mode, service maintenance notification, online manual, and setup. So as you can see, it does not come standard with the navigation system that's built in, but you have Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, so use it. Down here at the bottom, start stop button. We have the strip of buttons in case you prefer, you know, the fixed buttons for the home screen. Here's your map screen, opens up the Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, search, media, seek track, customizable button setup. On one side, we have the volume and power knob. This is seek and tune knob. Dual zone climate control right here in the front. Really nice. We also have the heated seats. No ventilation on this fairly base trim level. And then we have the power station here. So if you take a look at here, you have, let me just see if I can find the right angle. So we have the 2 USB type C ports. Actually, one of them can be switched from charging to charging and data. This is charging only. We also have the wireless charging pad down here and the regular 12-volt power outlet. So all your needs are taken care of right here in this power station. And we also have the drive mode set up here. So we have normal, my drive, and sport. Those are the 3 drive modes available here. Auto hold for your brakes. And the parking assist camera, which, by the way, we haven't checked out the parking camera, so we're going to do that next. But before that, cup holders, a little bit more storage up here in front, and then more storage in the console. All right, going back to this rear view camera. Let's check this out. Decent display, very nice quality as far as the camera. Okay, we don't have, like, this screen is the same screen as they have on the higher trim levels, where they have 360. So that would be displayed where this parking camera sensor is. Now we do have different modes. So the top and down view, this is the wide mode, takes up the entire screen. I probably would leave it in here since I don't have the 360. Perfect view, good visibility. All right, so this is your rear view camera. Up on top, nothing special about this mirror. I think this is the auto dimming mirror, maybe not. Okay, it doesn't have the button, so it's not. It's just a regular mirror. Blue Link SOS, and then we have the LED lights. Are those LEDs? Yeah, even though they kind of look like incandescent, they have this kind of yellowish light. They have a film on the mirror, but it is mirror with illumination that turns on separately. And here it is, guys, 2026 Sonata SEL Sport. Let me know what you think about this interior. Let's talk about pricing. Take it for a spin. And check it out, guys. Looking at Hyundai's website, there's a total of 6 different trim levels available for Sonatas. Now, 3 of them are hybrid. 3 of them now non-hybrid. With the non-hybrid one of them is the performance version. So let's talk about pricing. The base trim level for the Sonata is the SE trim line, starting at $27,300. Now we go with the SEL Sport, which is this. This is a new trim level for 2026 model year, starting MSRP $29,000. And then we have a blue hybrid, which is also a new trim level, and it's the least expensive hybrid, starting at $29,050. Now, this would be a tough one for me. I have to come back to this dealership when they get one in stock and test it out. And here's why. The blue hybrid gets about the same horsepower, 192 versus 191, so just about the same horsepower. It gets up to 56 miles per gallon in the city. So it's about 51 or 52 miles per gallon combined. Then the SEL hybrid is the next trim level, nicer equipped, 32,300. N-Line, this is the powerful. We have the N8-speed wet dual clutch transmission, 260 horsepower. Really nice car. Tested it out a couple of years ago. And definitely a sportier design. And then we have the limited hybrid at 38,100. So, okay, basically a $10,000 span from 27 to 38, so $11,000 span, and it gives you all 6 different trim levels of the Sonata. Now, I think they priced right. They priced within the market. Let's see how it drives. So we're going to start right here and make a full circle in this parking lot. I'm going to turn the steering wheel all the way to the right and see how I can turn this vehicle around. And there you go. No issues here. Yeah, a decent turning radius for sure. And one thing that I noticed right away, as soon as I got in this vehicle, closed the door, I go like, how nice and quiet it is. Now, I believe it has the sound insulating windshield and the side windows, which, you know, that makes a huge difference in a vehicle, especially hearing everything what's going on the outside. Nicely insulate that from interior of the cabin. I know hybrids have it for sure. I can find it on the sticker, but I believe this one has it too, because it really is very quiet, very nice and smooth. As far as this coasting right here, we're going to check out the acceleration in just a little bit, and the overall performance of this vehicle. So there are only a few sedans, as I mentioned, left. So we have the Toyota Camry, which is all hybrids. They don't have a non-hybrid models. Really nice. I like the new redesign on the Camry. Several different trims to choose from. We have the Honda Accord, both non-hybrid and hybrid. No performance on the Accords. We have the Sonata that has, of course, this. And the hybrid and the performance version. And one thing that, of course, why did I forget about it? That's a K5, which is a sibling to the Sonata, and then the Nissan Altima. So this is it. This is the sedans, and some people say it's a dying breed. I think there are a lot of people who still like sedans because they drive completely different. You sit lower to the ground, which I've gotten so used to SUVs that I miss sitting up higher, but this one definitely has the advantages: the lower center of gravity, the feel of the vehicle, the handling, the cornering. I mean, that's definitely different than on the SUV. Of course, you don't carry as much weight as on the SUV, so that gives you a slightly better gas mileage. Now, even on this curve right here, wasn't nothing crazy, but it definitely stuck to the road a lot nicer than the SUV would. Doesn't have as much space of an SUV, so it's kind of always, it's a give or take, right? I mean, you give up a little bit to gain something, and you gain that better driving dynamics and better ride quality, and you give up, in my opinion, a little bit of a safety, because I feel safer when I sit up higher, definitely, than on the sedan. And also definitely you give up that capacity inside as far as the cargo space. Now we're going to check it out in just a little bit as far as the acceleration, because we have a red light. As soon as it turns, we're going to be able to kind of get the feel of how this vehicle performs. There you go. Not bad. I mean, we get it up to about 50. That's 55 speed limit here. So there you go, 60 miles an hour. No issues. I actually like the way that this vehicle accelerates. Quick test drive, guys. I'm gonna take it back to the dealership. I'm gonna come back as soon as this blue hybrid. That's really intriguing for me, because with the introduction of this blue trim on the hybrid, it makes it about $3,000 less expensive than last year's hybrid. So an entry-level hybrid for 29 grand, not bad. Over 50 miles per gallon as far as the gas mileage, and the same power. Yeah, definitely something that I'm curious, and I'll be checking out as soon as they get one in stock. But as far as this one, I think this is a nice trim. It's got that sporty look, sportier design. It has a lot of standard features. Looks good. I mean, let me know what you think about it. I like it. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope this video is helpful. I hope you learned something about this brand new 2026 Hyundai Sonata SEL Sport. And if you did, don't forget to give me a like. If you'd like to see more automotive content like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And I will see you in my next video. Cheers.